Okay, it looks like I was disconnected there for a second. But I believe I am reconnected. Got a helicopter overhead. Nice. Alright, shout out to whoever's out there watching. Man, those potholes. I finally made my way up closer to the convoy. I've been playing catch up all morning. I had a little bit of a late start, just sorting out the live stream and technical stuff. I had to stop for gas. But I'm actually making my way back up closer to the convoy. I've got a van up here that is a part of the convoy. Yep. Right there. So catching back up to our people. All right. Shout out to everybody out there watching. Still on the Beltway, about 15 minutes from 270 north on the way back to the Speedway. Been playing catch up with the convoy ever since I left. Got to a late start, and it's all good. Still saw some people out on the overpasses. Still a good time. Alright, so we're just cruising the Beltway. It's been a nice day out today. The sun's been shining. Traffic has been alright. Probably pretty typical for the DC Beltway. So we'll see how far up we can get. I've heard some word about the meeting that happened between a group of the truckers, some of the organizers, two of the doctors went to speak with Ron Johnson and Ted Cruz today. So they had a meeting. I believe it was streamed, and so I haven't checked out the stream yet, but we will be hearing about that when we return back to the Speedway with the rest of the convoy, hear how that meeting went. I heard through some of the other chat and through the live streams. I was watching Saznak, his chat. His live stream's full of chat. The chat is full. And so people were saying it went well. And it went very well, the meeting, so we'll see what we can get done with that, see what will come of it. Hopefully a good response from those senators. So it's just great to see people coming together. It's awesome that they had that meeting with Ron Johnson and Ted Cruz. We're very thankful that they're willing to hear us out, hear out the truckers and the doctors and the organizers of what this whole thing's about ending the mandates, about exposing the truth about this virus, about this vaccine, and hearing the people's voice, the people that have been saying for a while now that They don't want the vaccine. We don't believe the COVID narrative, and we know that it's a lie. So it's all starting to come out. So, one step forward, they were getting ready to have the 7 o'clock meeting, the trucker meeting, and really the people's meeting for all the drivers and people that came out. And as they were attempting to start the meeting, a whole other convoy pulled in of semi-trucks and people. And so that was an amazing experience. Seeing everybody roll in. I'm not 100% where that one came from. I know there's one coming up from Florida. There's one coming up from up north in Delaware and those states up there. Really hitting the stop and go traffic here. I'm sure that's partly normal. I'm sure it's partly to do with the convoy. So yeah, if you want, you guys can just let me know what you think about this whole thing. If you guys have been watching it, for how long you've been watching it, where you guys are from. I've met people from so many different states. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to sit around a campfire with 5 people from 5 different states that drove here all the way from, the West Coast, from the northern border, from the southern border, from all over this country. People have drove here for the same reason or similar reasons. I'm sure they're all slightly different and yet very much unified. So it's beautiful to see the community that has come together. I helped unload a semi-truck today full of food and water and supplies, a whole semi-truck, and all the people pitching in together to unload this truck for the people, for the convoy, and everything there so far for me has been free, hands down free. All the food, all the water, all of the hospitality. They're even reimbursing us for gas. So I'll take my receipt back for this trip today, and they're handing out gas cards. So that is amazing. So still playing catch up. I've been behind the convoy all day today. been with them for going on 4 days now, 5. Jumped on Thursday in Ohio. So yeah, this will be the 5th day I've been on the convoy, which is great, which is awesome. And I'm loving every minute of it. Obviously, there are some bumps in the road every now and again, with people trying to infiltrate and people looking for people who are trying to infiltrate, and so sometimes it gets messy. But other than that, it's overall been excellent experience. The people are extremely nice, extremely giving, extremely hospitable, and you really couldn't ask for more. I mean, at this point, I just would love to stay, which I plan to for next week or two. I will be out here. There's an overpass. Awesome. People still out there on the overpasses. I suppose it's not too cold today, 60 degrees, so not too bad. The sun is out and shining. I've been trying to play catch up. Started late. I figured I could catch up with them, but these last few days, even the trucks, they're keeping a pretty decent pace on the beltway, speed on the beltway by law. And so we've been doing the best we can so far to, do everything legally and lawfully, which I am all for. And yeah, so if you guys All right. Working to catch back up to the convoy. Still on the beltway. I'm sure, I haven't checked the other streams or Sasnak or anything, but I'm sure they're probably already off the beltway. I know I'm getting close to 270. I'd say within 10 minutes, I'll be heading back on that road. Alright, here's some more of the convoy. There we go.
Stay in the second or third lane from right. Use the right two lanes to take exit 35 to merge onto I-270 north toward Frederick.
Alright, just made it off the beltway. Alright. Heading back to the speedway where the whole convoy's staying. Been there 4 days now in Hagerstown. It's a nice place. Decent size. I think we're slowly filling it to capacity. That convoy that came in last night definitely filled up some of the spaces that were on that property. So it will be interesting to see what the day brings, what the next few days bring. I haven't caught the word on how many other convoys are heading this way. I know there's one heading from Washington State that actually started behind the one that the People's Convoy that started in California. And so we've got a whole other West Coast convoy that is heading this way. And I'll have to try to ask around maybe, or just listen and see what the word is on that convoy, what their ETA is. And we had one roll in last night. That was pretty sweet, watching all those trucks roll in and the joy of the people. All right. So, yeah, we'll be rolling back in the speedway probably within the next hour or so. It's always a good time seeing all the people cheering you in, cheering you on. Definitely exciting. Alright. So, back on 270, heading back to the Speedway. Catch up with all the Convoy people. I am pulling out the rear today. I was off to a late start. Had to gas up. Seen a few people along the way that were straggling a bit, as I have been today. It is all good. Been out here doing these laps for 3 days now, and got here in Hagerstown 4 days ago. I jumped on the Convoy the day before in Cambridge, Ohio. I jumped on in Ohio. I'm from Ohio, so drove 2.5 hours. Caught up with them there. Started meeting people immediately. Kind of took me in under their wings. And been in Hagerstown ever since. So just hanging out, watching all the movement. People come, some people have to go. Just meeting people along the way, talking with people, seeing all the cool cars, trucks, RVs. It's just amazing.